On Viv with breaking news. We are breaking in our normal programming to give you this report. There is an airplane at Frontier Airlines aircraft at Hopkins Airport which has been involved in this Ebola story. A second person, a medical person who was treating that man who died in Dallas, a man by the name of Mr. Duncan, a second medical person has come down with Ebola. We have found out that person was on an airplane, a Frontier Airlines airplane that flew from Cleveland to Dallas on Monday. It was Frontier Airlines flight number 1143, and she was on that flight Monday evening coming from Cleveland to Dallas, Ohio. She has come down with Ebola. Now we're being told by officials at Cleveland Hopkins Airport that that airplane, that actual aircraft itself, has been segregated, has been pulled out of the rotation, has been taken to a separate place where it is being scrubbed down. There's more to this story right now. The CDC, based in Atlanta, Georgia, the Centers for Disease Control, is asking for any of the 132 passengers who were on that Frontier Airlines flight 1143 from Cleveland to Dallas-Fort Worth on October the 13th. That would be, help me out, that would be Monday, I think. On Monday, October the 13th, anybody who was on that flight, the CDC wants them to contact the CDC because of this Ebola situation, because the woman who came down with Ebola was on that flight earlier when there's a phone number I'm going to put on the screen. If we can get this phone number on the screen, I'm going to ask the control room to work with me on this, and that's 800-CDC-INFO. You see it at the bottom of the screen, 800-CDC-INFO or 800-232-4636. 800-232-4636. If you were on that flight, that Frontier Airlines airplane that flew from Cleveland to Dallas on Monday, October 13th, that was Frontier Airlines flight number 1143. If you were on that flight, the CDC needs to be in touch with you because of this Ebola situation. Of course, we're going to continue following this story. We've got crews on the way to Hopkins Airport where that airplane, which has been segregated from the other aircraft, where that airplane is being scrubbed down and decontaminated right as we speak. Sarah Buttison of our staff is also gathering more information on that, and I want to bring Sarah Buttison into the conversation. Are you ready for Sarah? Sarah Buttison in the newsroom. What else can you tell us?
Right now, Leon, I have the press release the CDC has sent out, and I'm going to read you some information from that. It says on the morning of October 14th, the second healthcare worker reported to the hospital with a low-grade fever and was isolated. The CDC confirms that healthcare worker tested positive last night for Ebola, and that worker traveled by air October 13th on a flight from Cleveland to Dallas-Fort Worth. That is Frontier Airlines Flight 1143 that took place on October 13th. As we have on the screen, the CDC wants all 132 passengers on Frontier Airlines Flight 1143 Cleveland to Dallas-Fort Worth on October 13th. It landed at 8:16 p.m. They want every passenger who is on that plane to call 1-800-CDC-INFO. At 1 p.m. today, public health professionals are going to begin interviewing passengers about that flight, answering all of their questions, and arranging follow-up. Individuals who are determined to be any potential risk will be actively monitored. Leon?
Okay, many thanks, Sarah Buttison, for that update. And Sarah's going to stick with us. In fact, our entire newsroom is working on this story.